Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Mugen for Evo, to part 2 of the characters animation swap. In part 1, we covered how to change value and animation numbers between certain moves that you would like to use. And in this one here, we're going to cover basically the longer way, which is basically to characterize one move to another. More or less like if you're pretty much good on all the moves you've got, but you feel like you don't want to remove any more moves that you have and it's time to add a brand new move, this is the option you would use. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to give Vega here, we're going to give Candyman one of Vega's moves. And we're going to give him this move here. We're going to try to. Candyman's going to hook you with the hook, lift you across the screen, similar to like in the movies or one of his Terror Drum command moves. So this will be our project today. So let's move on over now to Fighter Factory and grab Candyman. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So what we're gonna do now is, so people always want to, if you look at forums and people ask the question for moving moves from one character to another, is it as simple as copying, pasting from one to another? And the short answer, long answer is yes and no. Yes, it can be pretty simple. No, because there's a whole lot of variation and degree that you have to go through. For example, as I move Vega to him, you should look. So you have to grab, the move is 2300 right here. So you need to grab all the states. And then as you go through each state, you have to check each animation number, value. You can't miss a beat. Everything has to be aligned. It's basically copying the complete thing of one character to another. Like all the moves that you need, all the animations of that state. And you have to go through and check every little thing. So it can be very time consuming. So like so you're gonna make sure you need 6000, 6011, which are blood sprites. You're gonna need to have all these, you can't miss anything. So as you go through all these moves from 2300 all the way down to 2400, you have to make sure you check them all. Everything except sounds, you have to come back to those later, but usually you have to go in here and grab them. But yeah, for the most part, it's pretty simple, but depending on the kind of characters you get, it can be kind of a pain. Like if you get pot style characters, POTS, those characters can have a lot of moves, and sometimes you have to add the moves and the helpers from the helper section in their CNS. And if you forget to grab that, the move will not connect. So it's a lot to go through and understand. So that's why I'm throwing these little points in there so you get it. Vega's move doesn't seem like it's going to be that difficult, but it may take some time. So we'll go ahead and get started. The move is 2300, so you want to grab the whole move and state. And make sure you never go over. So we're going down to 2400. Right there, Red Sky Impact is where it ends. We're not using that move. Then you go in here. Candyman does not have any 2 states except for 2000 here. So we go to the end of our grab and stab state. And you go ahead and paste it. Now sometimes what will be difficult is when you add animations, sometimes the character you have may already have this animation lined up somewhere else. Like let's say animation 2300 for him, he's also got state 2300, but sometimes state and animation can be different numbers. Let me show you an example. So like here's state 1211, animation 5300. So there are things like, let's say in here, one of these animations somewhere in here is 5300. Then you have to go all the way back up there and move one of these values so that the move comes out the way you want it. So you don't get the wrong animation to come out. Stuff like that is why it can be time consuming. Anyway, for now we're just gonna move all these. And then what you want to do next is you want to grab the animations you're gonna see in the stances here. So what is it, 2300 to 2400? Let's look at Vega. We got 2300 to, well, we're not using 2400, that's a new move, but all the way to 6. So we're gonna grab those, and then, of course there's more we need to get. Always make sure when you go in here in project, that's the name of the character you're copying from, and always go to group. So you get the specific move, sprites, and animations you need. Every once in a while you may have to renumber, which is basically, let's say the character already has a 2300 state. You don't need two characters with the exact same one character with two of the exact same state and animation numbers, because it'll get mixed up and the wrong stuff will come out. So always renumber if you must. Import sprites. Candyman does not have a 2300 move, so not gonna need it. And then you have to go in there and make sure you see the Vega animations pop up. These change in the Candyman because those are the hit character states. And now what we must do is we have all the hit states, that we have all the animations. Let me see where I'm at on time. About 4 minutes, pretty good. Okay. Now we're gonna go in here to 2300, and we're gonna look at the animations we do not have. So we have 2300 to 2306. You notice here in animation super pause it says 6006. So we may need that animation. And then for explodes, 6007, 6008, 6005. And the spark number is 6001. These are basically blood and hit animation states you're going to need. So it's So it's 6007, 8, 5, and 1. Looking. So here's 5, 8, 1. There's state numbers here. Animation 2301, which we should already have, of course. Animation 6010. As you can see, the blood sprites are now showing up. Animation 2302 we have. Animation 6011, I think I have that in 12, but I probably do not, so we're going to have to add those. And these are more of the blood sprites. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and finish touching up some of this. We'll have to cut the video here for the moment. Alright, sorry about that. I didn't want to keep on video me putting every single animation and sprite in there. And of course, once you save the sprites, that does take a little bit of time to do. Now we're going to get to usually the final part, but it can take a little bit more. this is where the last part is you want to grab the inputs. So from what I remember, I believe it was quarter circle back twice, XY, I believe. So, let's see if we can find it. It's a super combo. Right there. Red wall impact. And 2300 is the state we have it at. We didn't change that. So. As you would just go in here and put it. It doesn't more or less matter where you put it in here. Most people you see will just put it at the bottom. Me, I like to kind of line things up, but you don't always have to do that. Okay, because you want to make sure, so 2300 is the value number. You want to make sure that's the state number you got here, and it all adds up. Because let's say I change this to 2500 or this, you need to change the input to 2500. So it's recognizing which state number the move is being used in. Now we need to go back and grab the inputs. So you see quarter circle back 2x. Pay attention to command, because that's the one you have to go up there and grab. Because if they have a shit ton of moves, like Pot's characters will have over 100 moves sometimes, like 3 or 4 different versions of EX and all kind of stuff. It can get pretty nutty. So make sure you always look at where it says command. That's why I always go down there first before I go to the top. So it's quarter circle back X. Quarter circle forward. Very well like that. Quarter circle back 2x. There it is. I guess either one of these will work. So you're gonna go up here and add the move. Obviously Candyman doesn't have any moves similar to that, but it's just down, back, Y and Z. Now, this is usually where it's done. You want to make sure everything is lined up, animations are correct. I went there and grabbed all the animation numbers I needed. 2306, 23, yeah, all these numbers are here to the 2004. So, all the animations, numbers line up, sprites are there. So now, of course we're gonna have to, once the move does work, we're gonna have to switch the sprites, but I can do that a little bit later. Let's see if, right, so now is the test time, everything is lined up. So it should be 2 quarter circle backs, 2 punches. Okay, so that's another move I got, but. Okay, sometimes they kind of tie it with 2 moves. Okay, so he's basically, because that moves quarter circle back twice in jab. So mixing with Y. Yeah, okay. So I may need to change the input on that. Where's Max Flash Grenade? Down, back, down, back. Yeah, see, it's the same thing. Let's try A. To see if that works. Switch all these to A, because the game will crash because it's reading X on the bottom. Try that. this works. So there's something missing. Oh, let's see. I do remember I had to switch a number on something. I know this one here at 11032, but then again, we haven't had the animation work yet. And there you go. I have to fix that, but of course, as you can see, it worked out. All we had to do was I messed up on animation number to hit the wall right down here, 11032, because it was 1132, and I remember when I went in here, just in case he would have the move, I went ahead and renumbered it. So, and pretty much there we go. Also, I didn't check. Did my move animation come out the way I wanted? Because I switched his pentagram back down to Candyman's picture. I wasn't recognizing if it worked or not. Nope. Okay. So I gotta fix that. All right. And when he doesn't have a landing state. So what that means is you need to look into the numbers of the landing. Where's the hit animation? Hit def. See 231, 2303. These are animations we do have. We want to make sure these are, well, they should all be the same. Miss attack, Labayando. Gravity animation, hit ground. We're not going to need any more from Vega. Where are we at on time? Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and figure that out on my own personal time, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys how you do it, and there you go. Now, Candyman has a new move. All I'm going to do, matter of fact, before I cut this video, I'm going to switch the sprite so you guys can see what it would look like when he does it himself. And welcome back. So we already moved the animation. This is just a bonus part of the video. You don't have to watch this part if you don't want to. But this is basically me switching his sprites to match the move to hit for him instead of having Vega do it. Sometimes when you transfer characters over, they will turn very little. Depends. See, I was trying to have this replace the pentagram move, and I don't know why it didn't work, so I'll figure it out later. Unless I have to change it in the animation section. Like go in the numbers and switch it. That could be... Candyman to make that move look good. Animation 3000. Okay, move. That was 666. Just making sure. Next spot. Alright, and sorry we completed it. Sorry, I meant to say sorry we have now completed the move. It took me a minute because I had to go back after I adjusted his sprites, and I was missing. He wasn't landing because I was missing a state number from Vega. I was missing his landing sprite data. Apparently, he has a completely different move hidden in, I think it was state 1013 for Vega, which is like a landing frame, which is weird because you would think he would already have that, but apparently it was missing. So now hooks him, picks him up, slides with him, and lands. So all I'm going to do to that differently is I'm going to switch that background, and I don't know if it looks like his sprite's missing or it's too high. I can't tell, but either way it's good for now. I'll go ahead and adjust it a little bit later. But thank you guys for watching. I just animated that Vega move to Candyman, and now he has a hook glide move because he has a move similar to that, something like where he glides with you and tosses you in Terradrome. So I wanted something similar. So thank you guys for watching, and good luck in your animations and coding. I'll have this video posted up pretty soon, and I will continue working on him, and I'm going to get him finished up, and then I will share him so you guys can play him. So there we go. Hope you guys have a good one. See you in the next video.